Hello and welcome to Soul-Based Craft and Creations. I am Louise and today is Saturday, which in my world is Silly Yarny Sisters Socktacular Saturday, or SIS for short. What is SIS? Well, it is the brainchild of Missi from Missi's Yarniverse and More and Rainee from the Woolly Llama Shop. Missi, God love her, is wanting to learn to knit socks. Now, one problem is she is only just learning how to knit because she is, in general, a crocheter and has never made socks before. This year, Rainee turned around and said to her, "This will be the year. We will get you, by the end of the year, having socks on your needles so that you can learn to knit socks." So she was advised by many of those that are bi-stitchable to first learn the anatomy of making socks by crocheting them, and then build yourself up ready to be able to knit them. While you're learning to crochet how they're supposed to look like, you can be learning the basic stitches of learning how to knit. So that way you're doing two things at the same time. Well, we started off by working with a free pattern from, I do believe it was Yarnspirations, and it's the Patons Kroy toe up socks, which all of those that are wanting to join in have did start with that pattern. A lot of us have found that there was a problem with the pattern. Basically, at the point when you add the heel, it becomes very tight around the bridge of your foot, so you can't actually get the socks on. I think there's just a slight mistake in the pattern there, because all other patterns that I have done since, which I have now been working in the same book that Missi has been working in, which is the Crochet Socks That Rock, by Nikipirowicz. Sorry if I have butchered the name. It's very difficult to remember that it's not the way it's written. It's not. It doesn't sound the way it's written, and I should know that. I mean, with my own maiden name, my maiden name is from Lithuania, so I should know that there is differences in the way it's pronounced to the way it's written. But anyway, so I'm working from the same book. The pattern, I have done 3 of the basic patterns. I am now working on the 4th of basic patterns, which is pattern. I'm not working them in order. So I'm now working on basic pattern number 3, which is the toe up afterthought heel sock, which is the same as the Kroy socks. Now, as I said, I've been working on all the others, and there is a difference in the way the pattern has worked. Anna has put extra stitches near the point of where you're separating off or changing position for the heel. She's added extra stitches there. which in the Patons Kroy socks wasn't there. So I think that's what makes the difference. That, I mean, it's only a matter of 4 or 6 stitches, but that difference makes it that bit bigger that you can be able to put your foot through. So I think that's where the mistake is there's just not enough stitches wide for to have a position for your ankle. So anyway, so I am currently working on basic sock number 3, which is, as I say, a toe up afterthought heel. Now, I've only done a little bit of work on it because I've been a little bit busy on other things at the moment, trying to get some other projects finished. Still haven't finished them yet, but I'm getting there. I'm not far off of finishing them, so hopefully for next week's Sunday video, I'm hoping to have finished the project I need to get finished. Hello, Miss Princess. Why is it you come and disturb me while I'm recording? Meow. Yes. One of my little puddy cats is deciding to sit here meowing at me. So let's quickly get on with this so that I can see to her. Anyway, I have only worked and done the toes for this one so far. So there is my pairs of toes, and as I say, Missi has been advised by those that are sock makers to work on both at the same time so that you don't get second sock syndrome, where you either don't want to make the second sock or you put the first sock down and it gets put away for a while, and then you go back to it and you either don't want to do it or your tension is all over the place and it's completely different sock. So you end up with 2 different size socks, even though you're doing the same pattern. Or you have a situation where, like I say, your tensions is wrong, and even if you were to go work straight on it afterwards, your tension's different from how you started the first one. So you end up with either 2 different size socks, or they just don't match. They don't work. So the best way is to work on them at the same time. The yarns I'm using is the same yarns I've been using all the way through, because these are me learning. I mean, I'm learning how to do socks because I've never made socks before now. And I am enjoying making these socks. So I'm doing, eventually I plan on doing lots of different colours and whatever else. But at the moment, I'm doing the basic learning. So I'm using the same colours to see which ones I prefer to make and how I prefer to make them, and then work on that from them. So I am using Yarnsmith's Create in the cream. It's a little bit left. The reason why that one's off on the side, because that's a little bit left of previous of the other ball. So we've got Yarnsmith's Baby 4-ply in cream and James T. Brett's Super Soft Baby 4-ply in the colour Pale Lilac. So that's the colours that I'm using, which go together quite nicely. And I say this will be the last time I'll be using these colours on crochet ones. I will be going over to using some of the yarns that I've purchased specifically for making socks with. This one, I might use this when I start doing knitting socks, because I plan on doing some knitting socks as well. See whether I prefer knitted socks to crochet socks. But we will see. That's for the future, and I'll decide in the future what that's going to end up looking like. But for now, this is what I'm doing. Right then, so let's put that to one side and let us finish off. So, with everything being said for today, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.